Can you believe there is a young man who's not reached 40 yet, but is nearly 16 times richer than the British royal family? Who's this man, and where is he from? Stay with me to know who I'm talking about. Today, I'll tell you about a crown prince of a kingdom in Saudi Arabia who was born in an ocean of wealth. His name is Mohammed Bin Salman. At 37, Mohammed is the extremely rich crown prince of Saudi Arabia. The future king is the first son of Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud, the current king of Saudi Arabia, who is dominating the ruling royal family that has a net worth of $1.4 trillion. Prince Mohammed, also known as MBS, is currently living his best life as one of the richest individuals in the world. Unlike other members of the royal family, he is not private about the envious, luxurious lifestyle he lives. As one would expect from someone born with a golden spoon in his mouth, the crown prince has a tasteful educational background and obtained a bachelor's degree in law from King Saud University in Saudi Arabia, which is one of the oldest universities in the country. After his university education, he worked for quite a number of renowned state agencies before he was later appointed as the special advisor to his father, King Salman Al Saud, in 2009. He was the first deputy prime minister of Saudi Arabia, the former minister of defense, and the current prime minister of Saudi Arabia. Mohammed is heavily invested in politics and is deeply entrenched in the lawmaking processes of Saudi Arabia. Although he is not the king yet, he controls the country on behalf of his 87-year-old father and is set to inherit the throne upon his death. His father's eventual death will leave him as the successor to the absolute monarch of the birthplace of Islam, Saudi Arabia, and the owner of one of the world's largest oil reserves. The rumored estimate of Mohammed bin Salman's net worth is $3 billion, and he lives in luxury. He is married to Sarah bint Mashur, the daughter of his paternal uncle. Prince Mohammed and Princess Sarah have 5 children, 3 boys and 2 girls. The first 4 children were named after their grandparents, while the 5th child is named after his great-grandfather, King Abdulaziz, the founder of Saudi Arabia. Prince Mohammed is not only known worldwide for his political affiliations, but also because he lives a very lavish lifestyle. His life is filled with private jets, luxurious palaces, expensive vacations, huge yachts, rare paintings, several chateaus, and a very tasteful estate filled with gold furniture. Prince Mohammed lives a fabulous lifestyle off his family's generational wealth. He totally enjoys shopping and does not even use most of the things he buys. According to an estimate, the Saudi Arabia royal family is made up of 15,000 members and is worth up to $1.4 trillion. The royal family owns the largest and most valuable oil company in the world, Saudi Aramco, which generates most of their income, and the crown prince is in charge of it all. Fun fact, this state-owned oil giant is worth more than most of the biggest U.S. corporations like Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, and many more. This makes the crown prince one of the richest men in the world. His family even uses tissue paper fetched from gold-plated tissue dispensers. How cool is that? Prince Mohammed has been known to blow his family's fortune on big purchases all over the world. Some of the most expensive things he owns include a $450 million Leonardo da Vinci's 500-year-old painting called Salvator Mundi, which he bought sometime in 2017. The painting, although originally bought through a proxy, was later revealed to be owned by the crown prince. The prince has spent hundreds of millions of dollars on expensive yachts and private jets. He reportedly owns a $500 million yacht named Serene that has swimming pools, helipads, hot tubs, a gym, spas, a snow room, a steam room, and a big cinema. That is a lot of rooms. This is his favorite yacht from his fleet of yachts that he has been maintaining for several years. He indulges in exquisite things like outfits handmade with gold threads and rings made from valuable and rare stones. The prince's love for expensive things does not stop there. Did you know that he has also bought the world's most expensive home, according to Fortune magazine? He purchased the Chateau Louis XIV, located in France, for $300 million. The lavish and gigantic chateau is a luxurious 10-bedroom mansion that boasts of a wine cellar that can hold 3,000 bottles, a movie theater, ballrooms, fountains, indoor and outdoor swimming pools, and an underground nightclub filled with the expensive and rare art handpicked from the crown prince's personal collection. Clearly, the chateau is built for all kinds of parties. The property also houses an underwater glass chamber in the moat that closely resembles a large aquarium surrounded by leather chairs. Fueled by his love for expensive things, Prince Mohammed owns a luxurious fleet of crazy cars, including his customized gold Lamborghini Aventador SVJ valued at $7.5 million. his gold Rolls-Royce Phantom Coupe worth $8 million, and his gold Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport worth $12.5 million. His love for spending money is literally unmatched. The prince owns an exquisite network of palaces, walled with expensive marble in countryside retreats in Riyadh. He owns Al Yamama Palace, a beautiful mansion that he only uses to host important politicians and foreign dignitaries. He also owns the Urga Palace, which features expensive gold furniture. The prince and his family also own several other lavish residences scattered all over the world. Apparently, buying a football club is not as hard as it seems when you are stinking rich. It has also been reported that Prince Mohammed successfully purchased Newcastle United Football Club, a football club in the Premier League, after a failed attempt to acquire Manchester United. The purchase was for a reported $409 million. That is how wealthy he is. This purchase was made by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, a state savings account that makes most of its income from the oil business. It is also involved in different establishments around the world, from Disney to Starbucks, all of which are controlled by the Crown Prince. It is obvious that the Crown Prince thoroughly enjoys blowing money on bogus purchases. When it comes to partying, no one does it better than our prince. This party is the most extravagant ever held. In 2015, Prince Mohammed held one of the biggest parties ever held on Earth by an individual. Some 150 beautiful women were flown in from Brazil, Russia, and elsewhere, and ferried to a private island in the Maldives to party with just a few men from the Middle East. This raging party was held on one of the most luxurious islands in the entire world, the Valet, a private island in the Maldives. The island contained almost 48 private villas built on stilts, overlooking the blue waters of the Indian Ocean. Mohammed bin Salman had rented the entire island for himself and his entourage. The money spent on the party amounted to a whopping $50 million. He also appointed more than 300 staff for the resorts, who got a $5,000 bonus in addition to their salaries and cash tips. However, to ensure secrecy, the staff were not allowed to bring a smartphone on the island. They could only bring a candy bar-style Nokia 3310 for communication purposes. Defiant staff was fired immediately for breaking this rule. Several high-class entertainment persons from all over the world were hired, including Jennifer Lopez, Shakira, DJ Afrojack, Pitbull, Gangnam Style Korean rapper Psy, and many more stars. There is no limit to what money can do. On his extravagant lifestyle, in an interview with CBS News, the Crown Prince claimed that his finances were a private affair and that he does not need to apologize for his affluent lifestyle and extravagant spending. He said, and I quote, "I am a rich person and not a poor person. I am not Gandhi or Mandela. I am a member of the ruling family that existed for hundreds of years before the founding of Saudi Arabia." As you may already know, the Crown Prince is a controversial global political figure royal who has been accused of several crimes and is the subject of many murder conspiracies. His personality was tainted when he was globally called out over the murder of a prominent Saudi Arabia journalist, Jamal Khashoggi. The CIA later concluded that the prince had directly ordered the assassination of the journalist after a public outcry. He was also accused of hacking the cell phone of Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, which was later dismissed as absurd and unfounded. However, Mohammed is very generous and claims to spend a large share of his wealth on charity. The prince is building a 500 billion megacity on a 100 to 200 square mile site along the Red Sea named Neom. The development will be 17 times the size of London and will be operated on 100% renewable energy. Also, in a bid to rebuild his image both locally and internationally, Mohammed has enforced reforms all over the country. He was the force behind recent reforms, including the edict allowing women in Saudi Arabia to obtain licenses to drive. Other cultural developments under his reign include opening the country to international tourists, the first Saudi Arabia public concert by a woman, a sports stadium for women, an increased presence of women in the workforce, and many more. Prince Mohammed has traveled extensively around the world and is friends with several public figures and state heads like Vladimir Putin, Donald Trump, Michael Bloomberg, Morgan Freeman, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Dwayne Johnson, Queen Elizabeth II, Theresa May, Oprah Winfrey, and many more important people. The Crown Prince has been featured in several luxury magazines and newspapers like Forbes, Business Insider, New York Times, The Sun, Bloomberg, and many more. He is the perfect celebrity prince. What do you think about Mohammed bin Salman's expensive lifestyle? What would you do if you were as rich as this prince? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Hope you enjoyed this video, so please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos of such interesting facts and much more. Check out this video, Generational Wealth, the richest in history, the net worth of some of the most elite people to ever walk the face of the earth, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.